Welcome to Tawny Eagle. Let's start the topic. Cell. Cell is structural and functional unit of life. Cell contains all the required molecules, compounds, and organelles which are required for sustainability, protection, ingestion, digestion, absorption of metabolites, elimination of wastes, movement, reproduction, and even death. Specific functions are identified with specific structural components and domains within the cell. All types of cells contain similar structures, molecules, and compounds, but their number and amount varies from cell to cell and according to specific function of cell. For example, muscle cell contains more proteins, in the form of filaments, and more number of mitochondria, for more energy to contract and relax. Components of cell. Cell is divided into two different compartments. They are cytoplasm and nucleus. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the part of cell located between outer membrane and nucleus. The cytoplasm contains organelles, little organs, cytoskeleton, made of polymerized proteins that form microtubules, intermediate filaments, and actin filaments, and inclusions suspended in an aqueous gel called the cytoplasmic matrix. The matrix consists of a variety of solutes, including inorganic ions and organic molecules such as intermediate metabolites, carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and RNAs. Nucleus. Nucleus is the core region of the cell which contains genetics material of cell. Next. Organelles of cell. Organelles include the membrane systems of the cell and the membrane-limited compartments that perform the metabolic, synthetic, energy-requiring, and energy-generating functions of the cell, as well as non-membranous structural components. All cells have the same basic set of intracellular organelles, which can be classified into two groups. 1. Membranous organelles with plasma membranes that separate the internal environment of the organelle from the cytoplasm. 2. Non-membranous organelles without plasma membranes. They are continuous with the cytoplasm. Now, membranous organelles include 1. Plasma membrane. Plasma membrane, a lipid bilayer that forms the cell boundary as well as the boundaries of many organelles within the cell. 2. Rough-surfaced endoplasmic reticulum. Rough-surfaced endoplasmic reticulum, a region of endoplasmic reticulum associated with ribosomes and the site of protein synthesis and modify cation of newly synthesized proteins. 3. Smooth-surfaced endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth-surfaced endoplasmic reticulum, a region of endoplasmic reticulum involved in lipid and steroid synthesis but not associated with ribosomes. 4. Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus, a membranous organelle composed of multiple flattened cisternae responsible for modifying, sorting, and packaging proteins and lipids for intracellular or extracellular transport. 5. Endosomes. Endosomes are membrane-bounded compartments interposed within endocytotic pathways that have the major function of sorting proteins delivered to them via endocytotic vesicles and redirecting them to different cellular compartments for their final destination. 6. Lysosomes. Lysosomes are small organelles containing digestive enzymes that are formed from endosomes by targeted delivery of unique lysosomal membrane proteins and lysosomal enzymes. 7. Transport vesicles. Transport vesicles including pinocytotic vesicles, endocytotic vesicles, and coated vesicles that are involved in both endocytosis and exocytosis and vary in shape and the material that they transport. 8. Mitochondria. Mitochondria are organelles that provide most of the energy to the cell by producing adenosine triphosphate, ATP, in the process of oxidative phosphorylation. 9. Peroxisomes. Peroxisomes are small organelles involved in the production and degradation of H2O2 and degradation of fatty acids. Next, the non-membranous organelles include 1. Microtubules. Microtubules, which together with actin and intermediate filaments form elements of the cytoskeleton and continuously elongate, by adding tubulin dimers, and shorten, by removing tubulin dimers, a property referred to as dynamic instability. 2. Filaments. Filaments, which are also part of the cytoskeleton and can be classified into two groups: actin filaments, which are flexible chains of actin molecules, and intermediate filaments, which are rope-like fibers formed from a variety of proteins, both groups providing tensile strength to withstand tension and confer resistance to shearing forces. 3. Centrioles. Centrioles, or short, paired cylindrical structures found in the center of the microtubule organizing center, MTOC, or centrosome, and whose derivatives give rise to basal bodies of cilia. 4. Ribosomes. Ribosomes are structures essential for protein synthesis and composed of ribosomal RNA, rRNA, and ribosomal proteins, including proteins attached to membranes of the rough-surfaced endoplasmic reticulum and proteins free in the cytoplasm. 5. Proteasomes. Proteasomes are protein complexes that enzymatically degrade damaged and unnecessary proteins into small polypeptides and amino acids. Thanks for watching. Like, share and comment on the video. Subscribe the Chantani Eagle for videos to come.